Well, hello, I'm Andrew Bailey, the Governor of the Bank of England. Today, we've cut interest rates to 3.75%. And that's the sixth cut we've made since we started cutting. And my job today is to answer your questions. The first one is from Chris. Thank you, Chris. And Chris's question is, why is UK inflation far higher than in other European nations? And what are you doing to bring it down? You're right that UK inflation for the last year or so has been higher than most other parts of Europe. We've had what we tend to call a bit of a hump in inflation over the course of this year. It got up to 3.8%. It's now coming down. We think that quite a bit of the contribution to that hump was caused by what we tend to call administered prices or managed prices. Things like water bills, taxes on vehicles, bus fares. And we did have quite a few increases in those prices earlier this year, and those did contribute to inflation, and those are rather specific to this country. So we did see that process. Now, we are now seeing inflation come down. I think it's going to come down quite a bit further. I think we're going to be back towards our 2% target. I think, probably by late spring next year. And if that's the case, then I expect that will put us very much back in line with other parts of Europe and some other parts of the world as well. And of course, that's our job, and we will get on and do it. I've had a question from Avo. Thanks, Avo. What can the Bank of England do to keep inflation in check? Our main tool is interest rates, setting interest rates, which is exactly what we've done today. So we use our setting of the so-called official interest rate, the bank rate as we call it, to influence the rate of inflation. Now, we cut interest rates today, and it's the sixth cut we've made since we started cutting, because inflation is coming down. I can certainly see softening in the job market. I think we'll be back towards the target by, I think probably late spring next year, which is sooner than we thought we would, which is very good news. And we have to be very focused also on supporting the economy, because obviously if we had a weakening of the labour market too far, then that would cause inflation most likely to go below the target, and we don't want that to happen either. But we will, as ever, approach that by looking at all the evidence we have on the state of the economy, all the evidence we have on inflation, and we will come to a decision taking all of that into account, doing our job, as you said, of keeping inflation under control.